Hello.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to our podcast. Today we'll be talking about factors that lead to success. Before we start, what does the word success mean to you?
Great response.
Moving on.
Success has many factors such as opportunity and IQ. Don't you agree, Brandon?
Why, certainly. There's more such as practical intelligence, privilege, your cultural legacy, and luck, which plays a crucial role in becoming successful.
And what do you
It's like a normal.
natural?
Fuck. I believe that practical intelligence is like a natural intelligence.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. I got this. I believe that practical intelligence is like a natural instinct persuaded by your own personality, ideology, which is different from IQ in a way because your mind is always changing by finding out new things every day. IQ is okay. IQ is more based on statistics and it can really change with age.
This kind of relates with nature and nurture. Nature is things you're born with, like your family and genetics, which cannot be changed, like IQ. While nurture is environmental factors such as the amount of education provided, your friends, and where you live. That can always change, like your practical intelligence.
I see. It's like Malcolm Gladwell once said, it makes a difference where and when we grow up. The culture we belong to and the legacy passed down by our forebears shape the past patterns of our achievements in ways we cannot begin to imagine. In summary, environmental factors and nature factors are too complex to understand, but let's not get too sidetracked in here.
Success is something that we all want, but many people have different views on what being successful is. Well, some people say, if you're so smart, why aren't you rich? But other people think that being successful is based on opportunity. Let's look at my father, for example. My dad was born and raised in poverty with 4 brothers and 5 sisters, being the youngest out of all of them. He was forced to quit school when he was in the 6th grade to help his family financially. But when he was 15, he and one of my uncles were given the opportunity to come to America, in which they took. They worked at many restaurants and over time they became great. They worked at many restaurants and over time they became great. They worked at many restaurants and over time they became great cooks. Because of this, they earned recognition and were offered jobs at a place called Besito. He soon after met my mother and had 4 sons. He then quit his job to open 3 restaurants with the help of my uncle and many others over the following years. I believe that my father is a great man. Opportunity is something that a person will never expect because it's something beyond their control, like fate.
And I'd like to add on that luck and privilege also have a role in this because it gives people who are born into wealth an advantage, but it makes those who are born poor strive to be successful. Malcolm Gladwell once said in his book Outliers, it is those given the kinds of special opportunities that lead to further success. And you can okay. And
Kind of relates.
okay, yeah, and it kind of relates to your father.
In summary, we believe that being successful is a mixture of luck, opportunity, cultural legacies, your practical intelligence, and your IQ. But those are only the main factors. The struggle to pull yourself through a crisis, to come to terms on a deep level with your own shortcomings, and to labor